Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here, this time reviewing on Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Now, this show aired before I was even born. I was born in 1992. Now, watching it later on Netflix and YouTube, I found the show to be pretty good. So, the premise of the story is about Spider-Man living in Aunt May's house with Bobby Drake and a character that was originally created for the series, Firestar. They mainly go to college all together, and at the same time they have to battle villains of the day or stop, various schemes. Now, with the show itself, also had each character revealing some of their backstory. Bobby Drake finding out his mutant abilities, Spider-Man getting bitten by a spider and, finding Uncle Ben's killer. Firestar having the mutant ability where she melted this bully's dollhouse, and so on. Now, the premise of the show was about Spider-Man and his amazing friends battling notorious villains of the day or helping the hero of the day. Well, in most of the stories, it usually had Spider-Man battling villains like the Green Goblin, who has a split personality disorder. You also had Kraven the Hunter, who was going to sell Savage Land tigers out to the black market. You also had Swarm, who was an alien bee sort of thing. And now, interesting fact about the show was that we also do get an original characters such as Mona Osborn, a character who is Norman Osborn's niece, which is pretty interesting because Norman Osborn was an only child in the comics, and this when she was proudly dating Peter Parker, up until the point in the episode where the Red Skull shows up, and Spider-Man and his amazing friends had to go and stop him. He ended up hooking her up with Flash Thompson, his worst enemy, and they start to go together, much to Peter's dismay. And what's interesting as well is that this is Flash Thompson's animated debut, still as a bully and an asshole to Peter Parker. Now, also the stories themselves, you do get some, depressing episodes, like one where Firestar's old love, Nathan Price, shows up and becomes a somewhat half-cyborg, half-human villain. And despite him trying to control it, it still doesn't work, and Firestar has to do the ultimatum: destroy him. But she knows deep down that Nathan was gone a long time ago. Another one had Spider-Man meeting a girl from the future, but he had to depart with her due to the fact that that she was immune to germs, and Spider-Man carried Earth's germ, or past germs. So they had to split away and that. Another interesting fact as well is we do also get appearance of the mid-70s X-Men with character Thunderbird, a character that was created in the New Lineup comics, who was killed off early in the comics because of Chris Claremont's idea because he was too similar to Wolverine. In this one, he has the ability to transform into Native American animals, a similar ability to mutant sort of goddess character Snowbird. I guess they sort of use that idea, but for me, I would have done a somewhat idea of him tapping into an animal ability or something. But I still like the idea. I mean, they could have easily given him an ability or something in the comics. Now, other interesting facts about Spider-Man and his amazing friends was the show lasted for 3 seasons, and also with about 24 episodes in 3 seasons. And other interesting facts is that also we had some campy-ish ones. One where a character called Mr. Frump, who is this character who's down on his luck and he's a deadbeat loser, ends up getting Doom's amulet and wishing for various things. A bit campy-ish. And we also do get some other ones and so on. And we also do get Magneto as well, and having his Brotherhood of Mutants, which also has Mastermind, Toad, and Blob trying to do an all-out prison breakout. And also, Aunt May in this is also meant to serve as the somewhat den mother, and also having a pet dog called Miss Lion, despite the fact it's a boy. Another character we do get appearing is Sunfire, where Firestar and him build upon a relationship. And we also do get John Jameson still in some episodes. Now, looking at the series itself, I do feel this was a great attempt on Spider-Man, bringing it into a more 80s style, in which 80s kids, and probably who have kids of their own, would probably enjoy it as well. I mean, I don't mind Ultimate Spider-Man, but I feel this show, and Spider-Man the Animated Series, Spider-Man the new Animated Series, and Ultimate Spider-Man did a much better job. In general, I give this series a good thumbs up. You can see just how well the show goes, and how far they went with it. I mean, you even get the origin of how they stop the Beetle, and after he steals them from Tony Stark, and they stay as a team permanently. So it's kind of like, you know, Young Avengers or the Teen Titans or so. So this is my review, Comic Review here, signing out.